Hello, friends. Welcome to Behind the Word, a show that helps you recognize the power, codes, and frequencies behind your words. I'm your host, alchemist, and teacher, Kelly Castle. I'm launching this show because we are at a point in human history where I believe we need as many people as possible to fully express their unique, beautiful, quirky, smart, loving, caring, imaginative selves, to embody divinity. That means learning how to manifest. That means doing self-work, self-healing. That means studying and practicing the lessons passed down to us from Pythagoras, Plato, Socrates, Jesus, the Indian gurus and Egyptians, and many more. The information I'm going to present to you in this show has largely been hidden from the public for the past 1,500 or so years. It has been hidden because if you don't know the power you truly have access to, the powers that be can control you easier and pull more power and wealth to themselves. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't do it, okay? There is abundance on this earth. It just means that you haven't yet learned how. So who are the people that make it to the top that use this information? Presidents, elite athletes, musicians, celebrities, world leaders, Forbes 500 company business leaders. Anyone who has made it to a very high place in society, who has attracted a lot of wealth, they know this information and they know how to use it. Right now is a make or break moment for humanity. Sink or swim, zero-sum game. So it is time for us as a collective to step up. It is time for us to realize the incredible divine beings, divine and unique beings each of us truly are. I am going to help in your journey realizing your divinity if you don't already know it yet, or if you just seek to further explore your manifesting abilities and powers by teaching you what you are actually putting out into the universe every time you think, say, or write a word. There are frequencies and codes embedded in words. These codes embody energies like love, curiosity, freedom, wisdom, joy, expression, success, service. But because we are in a dualistic reality, they also can represent the opposite. They can represent hatred, anger, grief, sadness, right? Just the things that we, at this point on earth, fear. Fear is the biggest one. We don't need more of that. We need to go the other direction. I have found from my own experience that when I use words consciously, meaning with awareness, I can focus my energy with laser-like precision towards the things I am manifesting or amplifying. And it happens faster. So this is my offering to you. A few announcements for today. As always, if you are enjoying this show, please go ahead and subscribe and like this show. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoy today's episode. If you learn something, if you enjoy the meditations, let me know. Tell me in a comment below. Send me a DM on Instagram. And if there is a post, a favorite word you had on Instagram, go find it and then share it with people. Tell someone about the show. And also, if you are interested in learning more about how this information applies directly to you, we can look at that in your astrology birth chart and your name numerology. So you can sign up for a reading at the Calendly link below if that's something you're interested in. Let me see. Is there anything else? Going into 2022, I will start traveling again at some point here in the next month or so. So the time of the live shows might change. There will always be an episode up Monday through Friday, but just stay on Instagram, follow me for what time and what time zone I will be airing the live shows in. But there are plenty of episodes up that you can go and rewatch if you're not able to join live. Okay, that's all for today. So I am so excited to be discussing our word today, gratitude. Especially right now, it's the holiday seasons. It's a time when we are thinking more so about the word gratitude. This is something that a word I have been tapping into more lately because the last 2 years of my life, it's kind of been like one long blur, honestly. Really crazy. Just my entire life, everything changed in the last 2 years. And so I am extremely grateful for the people that are there for me now, for the place that I get to live in right now, for the new tribe and community and friends that I have, the new opportunities that I have. There's just so much to be grateful for, despite all of the madness and craziness in the world. And I really do believe if we could all tap into this energy more of gratitude specifically, the world would be a better place. I know it. I declare it, and so it is. So let's do a quick little drop-in meditation to open up our hearts this morning before we talk about this word, gratitude. So if it is safe for you to do so, remember, if you are driving a car, keep driving. Just breathe along with us. Sit up a little bit taller. Everyone sit up a little bit taller. Have your spine nice and straight. Feel your tailbone rooted down into the floor, or if you're standing, just lengthen your spine from the top of your head to your tailbone a little bit more. If it is safe for you to do so, go ahead and close your eyes. Let's all take a big inhale in together through the nose. And exhale out the mouth. As you breathe, I'd like you to fill up from your diaphragm, going up to your lungs, and then your chest last. You can even put one of your hands kind of over your low stomach, like underneath your belly button. Put a hand there. Let's take another big breath in. And when you do, feel that hand expand out with your stomach. Inhale in through the nose. Fill up the chest, keep going, and exhale out the mouth. Roll the shoulders back a few times. Again, big inhale through the nose, and out through the mouth. Now, rub your hands together vigorously. Get some heat going, some warmth going. In your mind's eye, see the heat building around your hands. Maybe even see flames coming out of your hands. Feel the heat and bring them together softly in prayer position right in front of your heart. Seal the lips. Continue to breathe in and out through the nose, long and deep. In and out. Maybe you even use an ujjayi breath. I'll count with you this time. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. One more. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Continue to breathe at your own pace. And now tap into your heart. Can you feel your heart beating? Is it fast? Is it slow? Has it slowed down? Is it strong? What are you feeling in this moment at that heart center? Now, we're going to shift this energy. We're going to amplify the frequency of love, that high frequency. So What is something that you are extremely grateful for right now in your life? It could be a person, could be your living situation, something you've received, an opportunity. Perhaps it's even an opportunity to give. What are you grateful for right now in your life? And picture that scene in your mind's eye. And whatever that thing is, I want you to picture a white light, a stream of white light coming out of your heart center, and you're going to send that white light to that person, place, or thing. Send it to them now. Say, "This is my gift to you. Thank you. This is my gift to you. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you." Now, whatever that thing is, person, place, thing, animal, go up to them, give them a big hug. Give it a big hug. Maybe it's even a house. You're giving it a hug from above. You're so grateful for your home. If it's a person or an animal, hold their hands, look them straight in the eye, and say thank you. Give them another hug. And as you do, feel your heart center connecting with their heart center. What does that look like? What do you feel? Is it getting warmer? Hotter? More intense? More light? Do you see the light emanating around you and them? In your mind, say, "I amplify the light. I amplify the light. I amplify the light." Now step back. Bow your head to your hands towards them. And one more time, say thank you. Now, in your mind's eye, this is your etheric body, sit down, cross-legged position, keeping your hands at your heart. Now I'd like you to thank yourself. Say thank you for showing up today. Thank you for the opportunities that I've gotten myself through. Thank you for this quality I love about myself. What do I love about myself? Thank you for this life on earth. Thank you to my body for getting me around. Thank you to my mind for my ideas. Thank you for my heart and my breath to keep me going every day. Thank yourself. Give yourself some love and some gratitude. Now bow your head in reverence. Say thank you. Place your hands over your heart, one or over the other, and give it a squeeze. Amplify it. Amplify that love. Amplify that white light. And release it. Take a big breath in. Exhale out the mouth. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Do you feel like you're glowing a little bit more? After these meditations, I always feel like I'm glowing a little bit more. Even just looking at the camera, I feel I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch the videos and see, but you don't have to be pregnant to glow. You can develop more glow literally by meditating every day in the morning at the very first thing that you do. This morning I was meditating on and praying for miracles and magic. That is what I am most excited about for 2022, are the miracles and the magic that I am ready and open to experience. So, what are you grateful for? What are you meditating on? This is a great time to set our intentions and tap into that heart energy before we go into 2022. Okay, let's look at this word. First, I want to look and see what should we expect out of the word gratitude? What are we going to see from this word? So I found these quotes last night. From John F. Kennedy, we have, "As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them." So that implies that this word is going to have some sort of action involved with it. From William Arthur Ward, "Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it." Again, we have that expression. There's an element of expression and attitude, and it's almost like it's going to be something tangible. Gratitude. Now, just remember, the way that I approach these words in these shows is from a beginner's mind, from the Zen tradition, to have a beginner's mind. I'm pretending like I don't know what this word means, the essence of it, so that we can find what is really buried in this word. From Fred DeWitt van Amberg, I love that name. "Gratitude is a currency that we can mint for ourselves and spend without fear of bankruptcy." Okay, so we're seeing money come up with gratitude and spend without fear of bankruptcy. That is hinting at there is a infinite supply of gratitude as a currency that we can mint for ourselves, so we can make it, we can do it, and spend, give away an action without fear of bankruptcy. There's always going to be enough of it. I like that. Dietrich Bonhoeffer. Dietrich Bonhoeffer. "In ordinary life, we hardly realize that we receive a great deal more than we give, and that it is only with gratitude that life becomes rich." Again, we're seeing that money, that rich, number 8 come up. I wonder if we'll see number 8 come up in gratitude. Robert Brath, "Gratitude and attitude are not challenges, they are choices." Okay. So with this giving, William Arthur Ward talked about it. You have a choice whether or not to give it. It's up to you. Gratitude turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos into order, confusion into clarity. It makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. Wow. That's a pretty powerful word if it can do all of this. If it can take a bad situation and turn it into a great situation. Chaos into order, confusion into clarity, by Melody Beattie. So that implies that it'll help us have a better future. And again, we're kind of seeing that infinite element. Turns what we have into enough and more than we could have even dreamed of or expected. Okay, I like the way that this word sounds. So let's get into it and see what we can discover, what we can find out. Gratitude. As always, first, we're going to go ahead and put down the roots and the fulls. I'll do the root first. I have my little rubric here in case you haven't memorized it yet. So we have 7, 9, 1, 2, 9, 2, What is U? 3. It's one that doesn't come up very often. 4 and 5. Okay, let's put in the fulls. So we have 7, 18, 1, 20, 9, 20. U, 21. 4 and 5. Okay, then to add, I'm going to do the roots first. I always find the tens. So we have 10, 20, then we can do 20, then we can do 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 38, 39, 44, 142. Ooh, I like this word 6 coming up. Okay, let's do the fulls. Again, I'm going to pull the tens out first, and then I will go back and add the single digits. So we have 20, 40, 60, 70. I'm going to put that off to the side. Then I will go through and add up the single digits and the tens first. So we have 10. Let's do 10, 19, 20, 28. Here's a trick. So we have this 28 and then we have the 7. We can then divide the 7 up into 2 and 5 so that you can break down and see, in case you didn't know what 28 plus 7 was. And I can say that we're going to have 35. Let's see. Oh, that's why. 35. Okay, let's add these. 1056. And you can always check if you did your math right, because this number, the root of this number, which we call the digital root, when we add this plus this should also equal this same root. Oftentimes the full numbers here aren't going to be the same, but the digital root should be. So that's a way to check. Then let's pull out the vowels, which is the soul's urge of the word. So we have 1, 9, 3, seeing T's and I's, and 5. Okay, and then we do the outward persona of the word. 7, 9, 2, 2, and 4. I'll go ahead and erase this down here so we have some more room. Okay, let's add these up. 10, 18. Oh, I like that. Okay. And we have the outward number 9, 10, 11, 18, 19, 20, 24. Okay. Just to check. 9, 10, 11, 18. 9. We could say this 16, 20, 24. Okay, just to double check my math. So, we don't see any 8s coming up yet. And actually, we don't even see 8s. If we were to, I'll just add another page. If we put here, gratitude. And we have 7, 9, 1, 2, 9, 2. I always forget you. 3. Clue. 4, 5. Okay. So we actually don't see any 8s. Which was one of my predictions here. How many numbers? So number of letters. I'm just going to lay it all out today first. Sometimes I do this in a different order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Aha. Okay, what are we seeing come up? I'm going to highlight some of these things. What are we seeing come up a lot? We're seeing the 6 come up a lot. I don't see any karmic numbers, 13, 14, 16, and 19. I don't see any master numbers. We don't have any 8s. We do have one strong 7. This guy here. The personality. Let's go back to our quotes. So, personality of gratitude. Are we seeing any personality coming through? We have to express it, right? There was a sense of action. There was a sense of feeling, of money. But none of the quotes that I chose really talked about, is it quiet? Is it loud? Is it very outward, curious? What this tells us immediately is that the sense of gratitude is going to be wise, has wisdom from experience, right? It also has a spiritual, which, even though the 8s aren't coming up, our bottom quote, gratitude turns what we have into enough and more. It would take someone very wise who has already had experiences of perhaps not being gracious, not having gratitude, and then doing it and realizing, oh, this is our key to feeling rich, right? Who had the rich quote? This one. Okay. So there is wisdom needed. We have 1, 3. Just going to make some notes here. 1, 3. Right here. 4. We see a couple 4s come through. 5. 1, 5. We can the 105 is kind of a big number. We typically stick to numbers under 100. But we have 1, 5, so that's not a super strong number or energy in it either. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have some 4s. 5, 6s. We're going to talk a lot about 6 today. We have 1, 7, but it's the personality, so that's strong. No 8s. We'll have to look at why we don't have any 8s. No 8s. And 9 is coming through really strongly. Okay, let's even put 1, 2, 3, yeah. Ooh, we even have 9 in the middle. What if we add these up here? The end, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. B, C, D, E. Interesting. 10, 19 on this side. Let's just see. 5, 9, 10, 11, 14 on this side. Okay. Interesting. So, let's look and see. So we already know there's going to be an element of completion. 9s have learned the lessons of all of the numbers before. And we already saw in our quotes that it comes from experience and it is an action. 9s are also philanthropists. 9s, I'll write that down. Philanthropist. Especially a universal philanthropist, a humanitarian. This, by the way, the number of letters is the habits and idiosyncrasies. I might not be spelling that totally correctly, but idiosyncrasies of a name or of a word. So we already know that there's an element of philanthropy, of giving involved with this. Okay, let's look at this. So at the root here, we have 42-6. So we have the sixes here, and we even have 6 in the outward persona. So immediately, overall, gratitude represents service. Huge. Sixes, a 6, especially related to astrology, we can often tie the numbers to astrology. 6 is Virgo. It is the mother who is taking care of the family. Family is very important to a 6. Being in service of the family. The body is also associated with this, and person, place, or thing. That even came through in our meditation today, right? Is putting our gratitude, giving our gratitude, our heart towards a person, place, or thing. So let's see what 42-6 represents. Go to my iPhone here. Let's look and see. We're going to talk a little bit more about the letter G too. Okay. 42-6. Zoom in a little bit more. Okay, I can go down like that. Zoom in a little bit more for you. There we go. Okay. When the 4 comes first, there must be a firm foundation. I will have to, let's see here. Can I add, you know what? I'm going to take me away and I'm going to add the iPad. Okay, so 42-6. 4 is foundation. We even assume, or we associate the word foundation with a foundation that gives, right? A philanthropy organization, foundation. When the 4 comes first, there must be a firm foundation, secure, honest and just, manifestation, kind and cooperative, right? Someone who has gratitude is going to be kind and honest. Hopefully. The voice, artist, persons, places, and things. We see these reflected in the following 42 words: allegiance, astrology. Oh, that's interesting. Compatible, guaranteed, investment. The kind and loving nature is apparent in the following: benevolent, cheerful, glowing, thankfulness. I like that one. Let's look at glowing. Glowing is 87, also showing that it is from within, 7, that the creative energy is expressed. So in our word, we can go back and look at gratitude and say that the need and want to... Hello. Let's do this so I can show you. Oh, it's not going to do it. Okay. The need and the want to do the 6, to be the 6. The desire comes from within the 7. And we can learn that by looking at other words, such as glowing. Thankfulness has the full number 150. Intelligence, directed, which is that 50. 5 represents intelligence by the self. We actually see that in our word a little bit as well. we see this amplified self, right? That's how you're going to feel. When you feel grateful, we have that 10, amplified self. And 5, it's intelligent. It has intelligence. But the intelligence comes for this word after. Announcer uses his voice in his career, so it expresses vocally. Right? We tell someone we are grateful. If we go back to the quotes, as we express our gratitude, JFK said, we must never forget that we have to live by them. Not just utter the words, not just express the words, but also complete them. The soul's urge of the word is to, okay, we do see the 8. I totally went over this one, okay? This isn't true. This is not true. I was not looking at that at all. There is 1 8 in this word. And it appears at the soul's urge. Okay, so I was right in predicting that there was going to be an 8 in here. And it falls deep within the word, deep within the soul of what the word wants. It wants to experience 1, the self, feeling abundant. And it's going to do that through 9 by being a philanthropist. By giving universal service. A lot of service is baked into this word, giving, doing for someone else. We'll look at that 18:9 in just a minute too. Let's see here. Let's do that now. Let's look at the 18:9. The 18 is sensitive and friendly. It always has a goal to be completed in 9. So, gratitude is a currency that we can mint for ourselves. They are not challenges. Gratitude is a choice. So you have to make the choice to do it. The number 8 is a good business person. They make smart choices. So if you have a number 8 in your name somewhere, you have that energy to tap into, that boss-like energy. We also see that 8 is contained energy. It knows how to use its energy internally and not waste it. Okay, it has been called the goal-setting number. A foundation every year runs a campaign, a fundraiser, and has a goal, right, for how much money it needs to raise. The 1 refers to the self. The 8 refers to the physical endurance, rhythm and movement, music and athletics. 9 is very dramatic. Music is strong in 9s. Here we find opera stars, musicians, right? Oftentimes, whenever we see a campaign for a foundation, what do they use? They use entertainment. I'm going to write that down next to 9. Entertainment, right? They'll have a singer come. They'll have an actor come. They'll have a comedian come. They give to receive. There is the flow here of giving and receiving. It is eternal. I'm going to write that. Eternal. Infinite. Eternity, remember, has to do with time. Infinite has to do with space or things. Give and receive. There's the loop in there. let's see here. The opposite end of the vibration are uncultured people. Ooh, okay. So we even have, right? Foundations are often associated with culture. So the opposite side of that is uncultured people with negative habits. Remember also in astrology, I'll just write this down over here too. I'll use a green earthy color. 6 is Virgo, and the 6th house has to do with health, has to do with your daily habits, has to do, so we've already said service, pets, day-to-day life, health. These are kind of the main things. Your main day-to-day stuff that you experience, taking care of yourself on a physical level. And they mention here in that 18.9, if you have negative habits and attitudes, remember gratitude is a choice. So awful, bully, foul, tactless. Okay, so if you're not gracious, if you don't have gratitude, then you're going to appear as the bully on the opposite side. That's also kind of the opposite of 6, right? A 6 is a person who is of service. And if not, you're going to appear as the bully. Let's look at some of these 6 numbers that we have. I love it whenever we see the mirrors. So at the root, let me go back to this. So at our root, we have the 42-6, which means form, foundation is really strong. It's also overall, because we're seeing all these 2s and even 4s. Remember, in astrology, we'll use blue. 4 is Cancer. It's someone who appreciates their earthly comforts. Comfortable. I wonder what that word totals to. Someone who wants to be comfortable and cozy. Another C word, okay? Comfortable and cozy, quiet. Quiet. Friendly. So we have all of that baked into this 42 first, but the foundation has to be there for them to feel like they can give gratitude. Remember, it is something that you can make for yourself. So it is something physical, that 4. You have to make it for yourself to be able to give it. And it's more of a feminine energy. The opposite, the outward, the 2 follows. So remember that 2 represents Eve, and we had Adam came first. So 2 follows. It's also partnership. With gratitude, there's this element of giving and receiving, right? There is our duality. We give to receive, or when we receive, we express our gratitude afterwards. So outwardly, we have that 24-6. Let's see. Okay, in the 6 numbers, if anything else jumps out here. 42-6. Secure, honest. We talked about that. Okay, so we talked about those. Yeah, thankfulness. Let's see, the 24-6. This is the number of the successful person, an attractive personality. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so 24-6. Success. Attractive. Right? Someone who expresses gratitude is going to appear attractive, yeah? The 6 root refers to the cosmic parent, the 2 revealing their loving ways, right? The maternal energy. loving, expressing love. Enjoy, female, husband, justice, lovable, magic. Magic is coming through today. Mature, natural, right? Let's write down mature. Someone who is expressing gratitude expresses maturity. Nuptial, share, succeed, and wealth. Okay, so we said, we see this 18-9, which is also the goal setting. So to be successful, you have to set goals. So your soul is going to set the goal. What does my soul want? Outwardly, we already saw from our quotes, it's a currency that we can spend without fear of bankruptcy, leading you to feel rich, right? So there is that money involved, success, outward success, wealth. We also see in this 24/6 number, artist, dreams. When your dreams come true, you express gratitude to the people that helped you get there. Musical, planets, pray. I like that. An action that you can do to help get your dreams. When the 24/6 works, and in the negative side of its vibration, there is stubbornness of the 4, the sensitive and jealous 2, the tyrannical 6. Words to hurt or use silence as a weapon. Crude, deadly, silent, trial, verbal, vexed. So there is the opposite side of gratitude. And let's just see, did they put 105.6 in here? I can't imagine they would. Yeah, no. Okay. Is there anything else that we need to pull out of this word? So we see that at the root, 6 is really strong here. Being a philanthropist, being of service, expressing gratitude. We saw that come through in this 24/6 here. We saw the soul's urge, this 9 here, reflected in the habits. Someone who is successful is going to have good habits, and they will have learned from experience. The 9 has lots of experience. That's why they have gotten to this point of being able to give. They have so much overflowing. They don't need to keep it all for themselves anymore. They realize that now it's time to give back, that now it's time to give away and refill up the cup. They realize that the cup, I'm even going to draw a little cup here. They realize that the cup of God is infinite. You can always fill it up more. There will always be more. It is infinite, especially when you have gratitude. I even love that there is a 9 right in the middle of the word, right here. We can see it here. We see it here in the second. We even see it at the end if we add up these two, the D and the E. We see it there. We see the 8 come through. 3 isn't super strong. 5 is not super strong either. But we have a lot of success in this number and this word of gratitude. Let's read this quote one more time. Gratitude turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos into order, confusion into clarity. It makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. Beautiful word to go into this holiday season with. I hope you enjoyed the meditation at the beginning. I do a meditation at the start of every video to help us drop into the energy of today, get us in the flow state, see what comes through, and remind you of the power of meditation, of opening our hearts, of creating coherence. And I would love to hear if you learned something from today, or if you did this meditation, if you then thought about the word after you watched this video, and then something kind of out of the ordinary happened in your life in the rest of the day. Let me know what happened. What miracle came through? What little synchronicity? What did you manifest? Let me know. I want to hear. Just as a reminder too, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that you're notified whenever a new video goes up. And if you saw the value in looking at words this way, what you can pull out of them, perhaps you learned something that you didn't quite realize, or you just hadn't connected the dots that one thing was associated with the other, we can look at that in the blueprint that you came to this earth with. I promise you, God did not send you here without any instructions. He actually sent you with a whole instruction manual, which is your astrology chart and your name. And so we can look and see why certain things are happening in your life, where you might be challenged in the next year, where things are going to go really good for you. And I love using these tools to plan my life and just go with the flow of life more easily. It's much easier to go with the flow than to fight it. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Use your words consciously, my friends, and I will see you next time. Have a good day.